Stick, bullet high, make this. Okay, break. Ready, ready. Hit it. Here we go. Two. Ready. Let's go. Down. Five. Set.
Yeah. You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding the like we knew it all, not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact.
Originally opened in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when this franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. Takes it at the 7. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
One down.
Carr going to throw right away. He gets this to Davante Adams. 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Davante Adams. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. From the shotgun, Lawrence. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. On that play, they held up quite well.
Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. They go play action now. Lawrence. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. But such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Here's Jacobs, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Lawrence. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this 1st quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in and have runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, right 7. Hey, hold it.
Now Lawrence to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Back deep, Isaiah McKenzie. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 31 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just now supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
On second down, Jacobs. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. They find some open field here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Well, when you're able to break a run against a cover 2 or a 2-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front and then maybe climbing to the 2nd level. That offensive lineman or tight end getting up to the 2nd level and able to block the safety in order to create a big run.
And making those linemen work with a couple of blocks. They look good doing it there. 45 yards rushing for him now to this point. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Raiders have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Carlson on for the PAT. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
Makes the score Raiders 21, Jaguars nothing.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. They'll run with Etienne. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. 4th down. Here's Lawrence. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. And his throw is incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 21-0 our score after 1. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Lawrence will throw. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback to just throw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Quick throw caught out wide by Renfro. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. 68 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Now they'll throw with Carr. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Here's Carr to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
What now?
Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right. Jacobs again. And he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So Carr exits on 4th down, and on comes Daniel Carlson for the field goal try. Carlson able to put this one through, and the route is on. It's 24-0. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
ETN once and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Raiders pick it up. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. Touchdown! Davante Adams with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Raiders are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. from the 6. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Ready. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
Lawrence hit and the ball is free. And the Raiders pick it up. And the field position doesn't get much better than this. They'll have it first and goal at the 8-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust?
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take a blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
Here's Jacobs on first and 10. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Second and goal from inside the 5. One more time with Jacobs. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Now Carr on the bootleg, and he fires one that's intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick, and the Jags are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity lost.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety.
Right now, they're just trying to get to halftime because they need a break. This game, it's been a shellacking in every way, and they just got driven backwards for a safety.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield, here's Carr. And that's complete to Adams. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
You're mine.
To throw, it's Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short. From the gun, it's Carr. That's going to be caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A good pickup there, 21 yards. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now first and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
They'll run it with Jacobs, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stopped the play right there in the middle of the field.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So more of the same here, CD. Not a touchdown, but 3 more points added on to their lead.
Yeah, it's been a total domination here in this first half. Offensively, defensively, even the special teams have chipped in as he connects on the field goal. It may be a little bit premature, but I think the only thing they're worried about dominating now, the post-game meal.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front, as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope. There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Lawrence. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
So they get the 3 points, but they've now had 3 trips into the red zone, and that's all they've come away with.
And in the NFL, the way they measure red zone efficiency and success, did you score touchdowns on those drives? That's first and foremost. Getting points, that's the second measurement. So by that measure, they haven't done very well. They've got to figure that out.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the tight end goes in motion left. Throwing on 1st down, it's Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Second and 10. Here's Lawrence again. Finding ETN here, catching it on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, now Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
4th down. Here's Lawrence. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Lawrence going to throw again. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, 27 yards. And the Jaguars are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Now a throw here to his running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. The partner still in the third quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the fourth quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
29.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. That one into the hands of Adams downfield. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones. That catch, by the way, kind of noteworthy. It's number 764 in his career. Ties him with Hall of Famer James Lofton.
And he's done it just as James Lofton did in his career. Smooth.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Carr's throw taken in by Adams. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And this time he is in. Josh Jacobs with career touchdown number 60. And the Raiders have got it on cruise control. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Final minute now of the third quarter. Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence throwing left side here, and it's complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. Second and 10. Lawrence. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout that's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On third down, Lawrence. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a first down. Fourth quarter is certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. He targets Ingram for another grab. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards, the final tally. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Touchdown! Jamal Agnew, 34 yards. And the Jaguars get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to...
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. It's something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it now. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by ample margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely build more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think it might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And Jacobs, I don't think he's going to get there. No, it appears they're going to mark him short of the first. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Carr going to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 18. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Carr completes it. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. Carr. Same target. It's Jacobs again. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. put a receiver in motion left. On the ground with a tight end. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now a toss to the left for Jacobs. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Another shot here from the 2 as they come up on 3rd and goal. They run. Abdullah. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Throw for it on 4th down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Raiders are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now Lawrence on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. But to throw again is Lawrence. Steps away to his left. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally, because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
A final shot now for Lawrence. He's going to let it fly. Got a man. It's caught inside 10. But the lopsided affair finally.
Yeah.